Yo, what's up guys, welcome to the channel, and today I'm back again continuing my F1 2021 Breaking Point series. So today is part 5 and we are starting off at Zandvoort or Netherlands as Casper Akkerman. So yeah, we've got to try and get a good result here, try and get a podium, but yeah, let's just jump straight into the race and see how it goes though.
Hello and welcome to Zandvoort for another round of Formula One action. Zandvoort circuit, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout a 2.6 mile lap. And so here we are, Zandvoort. If there's one thing you can guarantee, it's the incredible atmosphere these Dutch fans provide. The sea of orange shirts as much a part of the Grand Prix as the track itself. Max Verstappen, always a home favourite, but in the midfield, all eyes on Aston Martin's Casper Akkerman. He'll be looking to turn around a poor patch of form, and what better time to do it than here, in front of his home crowd. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Bottas, Sainz, Akkerman, Fernando Alonso, and Daniel Ricciardo, Gasly, Jackson, Esteban Ocon, and Tsunoda, Butler, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
So let's try and get a good start then, starting P8 on the grid for our home Grand Prix, and it is lights out and away we go here. And it's a fairly decent start actually. We're actually starting on a different strategy, we're starting on the softs, so we're going to send it down the inside of Perez here as we nearly make a bit of contact there. He is on the hard, so he's going to struggle a little bit on this first few laps, and it looks like, oh, that's Leclerc going a bit dodgy there. We're going to try and go round the outside. Can we try and keep it? I don't think we can there, but we're going to use ERS up this hill, try and use some slipstream as well, try and keep with him. It's going to be very difficult trying to get past people, but that's why I decided to start on the softs, just to try and make us have a good start and try and get past everyone on the opening few laps. And whilst everyone else is down on the hards or mediums, it's going to be very hard for them to get their tyres up to the correct temperature. And at the moment we are all over the back of Leclerc. Now we cut to the exit of turn 1 on lap 2 and we're all over the back of Leclerc here, just sliding out of there. Can we try and go around the outside again? No, we can't quite, but we get a very good exit and just manage to get the much better exit on our tyres compared to his mediums. And we managed to make it past Leclerc up to P5 then, very good. But we got a bit wide here, Leclerc's going to try back down the inside, makes a big contact there, a bit of a risky move for Leclerc, very narrow part of the track to make a move, but we keep it around the outside, sliding out of that corner again. We really need to watch out here because we are sliding all over the place. Now we are all over the back of Norris here, coming through the final 2 corners. Can we try and get a good exit out of this final corner here, the bank section? Can we try and get a good exit? We do get a good exit. No DRS yet. DRS is just about to be enabled here though, but looks like we're getting some really good slipstream. We're going to send it around the outside of Lando Norris and somehow make him move stick around the outside of him through turn 1. I don't know how we managed that, but we have taken P4 now in this race. This is an incredible job, but the problem is now we have the 2 front runner teams. We have the 2 Mercedes, and then just ahead of Hamilton is the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. So it looks like it could be a double Dutch podium basically, so that's really interesting. As we purple set the 1 there, which is really nice. We just run the grass a little bit there, we need to watch out, we don't want to be doing that too much. Sliding on the curb there, the curbs are very slidey in this year's game, and it's just showing that it is. But we are keeping with the Mercedes very nicely here actually. We're not quite within DRS reach, so we're going to have to use a bit of ERS to compensate for that. But nevertheless, we are going to come into this next chicane section take it really nicely. This is one of my most favourite chicanes on the whole game, and we get a very nice exit, just showing how much better our soft tyres are compared to their mediums. But eventually our softs will die and it will be a massive problem for us. We're going to use all of our ERS here. We get a very good exit, going to get a really good run on Bottas with DRS, but he's also got DRS. We set the fastest lap of the race. Shall we send it down the inside? We're going for it. We're sending it down the inside of Valtteri Bottas into turn 1. Literally just a lap ago we made a rounded outside move through turn 1. Now we've made a move down the inside. So just coming to the end of the lap, and we've actually managed to catch down Hamilton very nicely, as we're going to actually ask Jeff about the race.
P3, Hamilton ahead, less than a second separate you. They're on fresh hards. Bottas is behind you, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums, the gap to the leader is 3.3 seconds. Pit window will open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. 15 laps still remaining.
So yeah, just as I was letting Jeff speak to us there and tell us about the race update, we have actually gone down the inside of Hamilton through the straight there very nicely up to P2 then. So at the moment it is a Dutch 1-2 at the Dutch Grand Prix. So we cut to lap 7 now, where we're still holding off the 2 Mercedes, and our tyres are pretty done right now at this point, so I decided to actually head into the pits and make my one and only stop. A bit of a shame as I can go a bit further, but it's okay because we'll be on brand new mediums now then. So hopefully it'll be a good stop for the team and we'll be able to come out pretty decent position.
Go, go, go. You'll be racing on the exit. Go, go now.
So we come out of the pits in P13, which isn't too bad to be fair, as obviously everyone else is still yet to stop. One of the Mercedes, Hamilton, actually stopped the same lap as me, which is okay, but he is on brand new softs compared to my new mediums, so he's going to have the upper hand now. So we're going to have to try our best to just defend, push to the absolute limit, and obviously people will start coming in now, so I'm going to have to try and make sure this lap counts so I can maybe have a chance of getting back my P2. Obviously with the Mercedes being a quicker car, they're probably going to have a good chance of getting the overcut on us, well Bottas will anyway. So we need to push the absolute limit really if I want to still have a chance at getting P2 and making it a Dutch 1-2. As you can see, we have actually pulled a bit of a gap to Hamilton throughout that outlap and really pushed the absolute limit, and we are going to be pushing even harder this lap because I have actually just found out that Bottas is coming in at the end of this lap, so I'm actually going to even go for a fastest lap attempt here, which is going to be difficult as at the moment I'm holding fast lap, which was with my soft tyres, but now I'm going to go for it again with mediums. But it's possible because these ones are newer than what my softs were when I got to my fast lap with the softs, and nevertheless we do actually get a purple sector through sector 1, so we are absolutely flying on these mediums and pushing to the absolute limit. We've got Devon Butler just ahead of us. Hopefully he doesn't block our lap up. I don't think we'll be close enough to catch him by the end of the lap. Maybe through the straight we could actually get DRS though, because we are actually closing very quickly, just showing how much better the new mediums are compared to the old mediums. Now up down to the end of sector 2, and we've only personal best there, so it wasn't a purple, but we are still flying nevertheless, and we get a very good exit out of the chicane here, coming to the final 2 corners then. A very good entrance and exit out of the penultimate corner, and now the final corner. We're really catching Devon Butler. We are going to get DRS, get a tiny bit of slipstream. He dives into the pits, we get past him, and there we go, we get a new fastest lap of the race very nicely. Now coming through turn 1, you can see Bottas coming out the pits then. Hopefully Tsunoda doesn't get in the way. Bottas actually does jump us. He is going to have cold tyres through this next corner here though, so if we can dive down the inside into this bank section and make the move stick very nicely up into P6, or theoretically P2 after everyone pits. So a very nice move from us there, and now we need to concentrate on getting Tsunoda, but at the moment all we need to really do is just hold on to P6 and just let everyone else pit, because we have done what we need. So as we cut to the end of this lap then, we've closed down to Tsunoda very nicely as we come through the final corner now, and we're going to get some mega slipstream, use our ERS, go right around the outside and make a move stick with a bit of DRS down the straight as well. As you can see, everyone ahead of us has actually also pitted as well, so we are back up to P2, and I don't think we're going to catch down Verstappen as he is miles away, but we can try and hold on for this P2 position and make it a Dutch 1-2 at Netherlands. That would be an incredible result for the home crowd. So we cut to the end of the final lap then, and we're coming through the chicane section. Basically we just held off from the two Mercedes very nicely throughout the rest of the race. They didn't really try and send it down the inside, but Max Verstappen comes around and wins his home Grand Prix, and we're going to make it a Dutch 1-2 as we come around the final corner then at Netherlands and finish an incredible P2 position and a very good result for the team.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
What a race for Casper Ackermann, proving the naysayers wrong with an emphatic performance. He'll be delighted by that podium finish.
Well, we all know he can do it. It's just been a while since he has. Great race from Ackermann and some much needed points for Aston Martin.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
A podium finish today, Casper, here in front of your home crowd. How does it feel?
Well, my family's here today, my wife and my daughter, so I'm delighted I was able to have a good race for them. It means the world to have them here, and I think I would have been miserable tonight if I didn't have a good race, which wouldn't have been fun for anyone. So yeah, I'm really happy.
How is everything at Aston Martin? Are spirits high? Is the team happy?
Yes, of course. We've had a bit of a bumpy start, but we're looking to rectify that, and thankfully we got a lot of races left, so we're looking forward to the season ahead. But the only thing you can ever really focus on is the next race, so that's what I'll be looking to do.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Hey man, great race today.
Thanks.
Nice one, Casper. Can't argue with that performance. Shame your teammate couldn't bring himself to congratulate you.
Nah, well, he's just a kid.
The kid who's getting signed by Mercedes.
So they say.
Never gonna happen.
Oh?
You keep a secret?
Yeah, sure.
I've been approached.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Keep it under your hat, but talks are going well. So you're gonna have to get on with Jackson for a little while longer.
Yeah, well, we get on fine.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah?
I was chatting with one of your mechanics. He had some very interesting things to say about Jackson. You know what his problem is, don't you?
Go on.
Thinks you're getting too old. Says you're not fast enough anymore.
Too old?
Hey, mate, his words, not mine. You want my advice? Prove him wrong. See, he should respect you like I do. Great race out there today, buddy. Yeah? Ciao.
Wait a minute, that is the exact same thing Devon said to Aiden last season. I think there's something going on here. I think Devon Butler might be stirring some beef around the paddock, not gonna lie. Which is going to be interesting to see how that goes out in the story mode. But yeah, now we've got a call from Zoe though.
Hey,
Hey, Lily's dancing in the garage. It's hilarious. Can you come?
just catching up on a few things.
Sure. Hey, I booked us a restaurant for tonight.
What about Lily?
Your mother's happy to take care of her.
Great, then I can't wait.
Reason to celebrate, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Zoe. See you later.
Bye.
Not gonna lie, I'm quite happy for Casper in that race. He definitely deserved a podium finally, so yeah, I'll take that. But now we've actually got a call from Aiden, which is interesting.
Yeah?
Casper, I missed you just now.
What do you want?
I just wanted to say congratulations for today. That was some race.
I'm busy, Aiden.
Oh, sure.
Bye.
Well, it looks like tensions are still high throughout Aston Martin then, so yeah, that's funny. But we will move on to the next race then and see how that one goes.
Casper Jackson is faster than you. We need you to let him pass. Do you copy, Casper? Let Jackson pass, please.
I don't understand.
You can have the place back if you can't pull away.
Is he landing quicker?
Yeah, he's behind you, Casper. Confirm you'll let him pass, please.
Look, he's not close enough.
Come on, Casper.
Casper, don't do this.
He's not faster.
This is a team order. Do you copy, Casper?
He's not faster.
Well, looks like we're creating more tension then throughout the team, and we're going to be holding Jackson up, so yeah, I'm not going to let him through. I'm just going to keep pushing. To be fair, there was a bit of a point down that straight where, you know, he was just a little too far behind, and we'd lose major time if we just slow down and let Jackson through, but he definitely is a lot closer now. But we're going to defend nevertheless. He's trying around the outside, we send it down the inside, keep the move very nicely, slide a tiny bit out there, but keep it very nicely. We have got a personal best set to 1 nevertheless, so that's alright. And he has backed off a bit there now because we obviously pushed him a little bit wide there because he tried to go around the outside. Now down here it's going to be a bit of a struggle because obviously he's right behind us. He will have DRS and probably going to use his ERS as well, and he will have some mega slipstream. We're going to use our ERS too. We're going to tug it to the inside, make sure we defend very nicely. He tries around the outside, which is not an overtaking opportunity into this final chicane, but nevertheless we push him off track a tiny bit there and keep the move, which is just causing more friction at the team. But nevertheless we are pushing on to hold the position and keep 8th place for as long as possible until basically the end of the race. That's my aim now, and that's the objective for this scenario. So we just need to keep defending very nicely like we are and keep P8 until the end of the race. I sure hope this isn't like a scenario where we're going to get a cutscene where we crash into each other and take each other out of the race like we did in Mexico last season, because that will just really ruin our chances with the team and getting 4th in the championship. But yeah, at the moment we're pushing on. So as we come across the line to start the final lap of the race, we're still holding on for dear life against Aiden here behind us, and we really want this P8 position. We're going to defend for 1 more lap and bring it home in P8. So now coming up to the hairpin on the final lap of the race, Aiden is still sat on our tail here, and Lewis Hamilton wins the Canadian Grand Prix. But I think all eyes are on us and watching the absolute tension going on at Aston Martin, as we got 1 more straight really to defend off him, where it'll be a massive slipstream down the straight for Aiden, but luckily we managed to keep a good enough distance out of the hairpin through the final chicane for the final time. Then use all our ERS. He's catching, but we're going to come home in P8. Let's go.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
You've got to ask yourself what is going on behind the scenes at Aston Martin. This rivalry between the 2 drivers, it's simply not going away.
You wonder how many more points they're going to squander. I think Aston Martin have got a real problem here that they need to deal with. I don't know how, but they've got to address it.
You think of what happened in Mexico last season. The 2 drivers took each other out of the race completely. How long before we see a repeat of that? As you so rightly say, Ant, something's clearly not right over there. Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
What was that? Hey!
Just leave it.
No! Just talk to me for once!
Just let go.
Back off! Why do you have to be like this?
Oh, so I'm the problem!
You won't let me pass! You won't even talk to me!
You want respect, you give respect! That's how it works!
How about you give me a little respect?
How about you earn it first?
How am I supposed to do that? I'm all ears!
You give me space out there. What's your problem?
I'm trying to win.
Oh, and that makes you special?
You're a nightmare, Casper!
I'm fine. Well, you won't have to put up with me for much longer.
What's that supposed to mean?
I am sick and tired of all this. I'm done.
You're what?
I'm retiring.
Wait. What? Casper! Casper! Wait. What? Casper! Casper!
Oh man, what a cutscene. Oh, that's it now, it's gloves off between the two Aston Martin drivers. I cannot wait to see how this series is going to go out now. So that's it then. As we head into the Austrian Grand Prix weekend, it's announced, you know, Casper is going to be retiring at the end of the year. And the press are kind of twisting it a bit and saying it's all Aiden's fault, so yeah, that's interesting. Aiden definitely was a bit shocked when Casper told him that, but well, on to Austria we go then.
Work to maintain tyre temperature, Casper?
Is the safety car for Aiden?
Aiden's had to come in. Now's a good time to catch up with the field.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So it looks like the scenario is a bit of a tricky one, to say the least. We're dead last at the moment. Luckily a safety car has come up though, just because of our teammate having to retire. So now we get a chance to catch up and try and work our way through the grid basically now. So now as the safety car dives into the pits, we're immediately going to jump on the fall and try and make a move straight away, get a very good exit out of the final corner, use some slipstream, use some ERS on Latifi, slipstream, we're going to dive around the outside here, and can we make the move stick through turn? We make the move stick very nicely on Latifi, what a move, and now let's try and work our way up the grid. So next is Nikita Mazepin, as we get some incredible slipstream here, use our ERS, send it right down the inside of him into the penultimate corner, and made the move stick very nicely on a corner that's not really an overtaking opportunity. We did a very good job there. Can we try and get Esteban Ocon here as well, as we get some incredible slipstream, use our ERS, try and around the outside like we did on Latifi on the restart, and made the move stick very nicely on Ocon there. Now next is Russell. Can we try and use some more slipstream and some more ERS to try and get past him? This is going to be incredible, a triple move in literally just the space of a couple corners around the outside of turn 3. Can we make the move stick very nicely? He pushes us just a little bit, but we make the move stick very nicely on Russell. Now we are all over the back of the Haas of Mick Schumacher, as we're going to get some incredible slipstream down the start from the straight. Once again, use our ERS, he goes defensive. We're going to go even more towards the barrier though on the inside and send it down the inside of Mick Schumacher. We've made 2 moves around the outside of turn 1, and now we've made 1 down the inside. What an incredible move, and now we are up to P14. My aim is to try and get points. Obviously we are flying through the pack at the moment. We've made some incredible moves, so let's try and make this up to points pen position. I mean, it's possible. We managed to make it up to P14 in just a couple of laps. Now we're going for Giovinazzi next to the Alfa Romeo as we send it down inside of him into this next corner here, the heavy braking zone, and we have made the move stick very nicely on him too, so a double move throughout this lap at the moment, which is very good. So next is Shinoda. Let's try and chase him down, and then it's the Ferrari of Leclerc, so we're starting to get up to the big guns now. So now we're all over the back of this train of cars, just in a DRS train basically here, as we're actually catching. Should we send it down inside of all 3 of them into turn 3? This is going to be incredible if we can make the move stick on all 3 of them, and we have made it somehow stick on all 3 of those cars, and up to P10 we go. I'm literally absolutely speechless about that move. That was absolutely insane to say the least, but the grinding doesn't stop there because we're all over the back of Sainz now. We make it past Sainz as well. That's incredible. 4 cars in 1 lap, and we've still got Alonso to go. We're still just behind Alonso. Maybe we can make it 5 cars in 1 lap. This is the most cars I've ever overtaken in 1 lap, which is absolutely insane. We're all over the back of Alonso. If we can get a good exit out of here, which we get a fairly decent exit, we're going to try and use some slipstream. We don't use any ERS because we don't have much to use. We're going to sit all over the back of him, but I think it's going to be 4 cars for about 1 lap, not 5, because Alonso's just a little too far away. But we get some DRS, and just as we start the next lap, we try it down the inside of Fernando Alonso into turn 1 and make the move stick very nicely on Alonso. Get not the best of exits, but we still make the move stick very nicely up to P8 then. What an absolute lap that was, honestly. That was absolutely mental, to say the least, but let's keep concentrating and try and catch Ricciardo and Gasly next. So now we're all over the back of Pierre Gasly. We're getting some mega slipstream in DRS. Should we send it down inside of him into this next corner? We do. We go for it. Outbrake him very nicely and make the move stick very nicely on him. So next is Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren. Can we try and get past him? Let's try and get past him as quickly as possible, because we might be able to catch down Norris before the end of the race, but I don't think there's enough laps left for this race to catch him, and he's a pretty big distance, to say the least. But Ricciardo is definitely doable, so we'll just sit all over the back of him, try and get a good exit out of this next corner here. We go a bit wide though, which isn't ideal, but this next corner we get a very good exit, so we'll just accept that we're not going to get him into turn 1 here, but we might be able to get him into turn 3 or turn 2 depending on what class of the corner here. As we brake very nicely into turn 1, get a very good exit. We'll enable the DRS. We're not going to use any ERS because we don't have much left and we're just trying to save it, and we don't really need it to make the move on Ricciardo here. And we go right around the outside of Ricciardo very nicely into turn 3, and that is P6 in Austria at the moment. So now let's see if we can catch Norris down, or if we'll have to stick with P6. So yeah, just like I thought, we didn't actually really catch down Norris, but Max Verstappen wins the Austrian Grand Prix. But we are going to come around the final corner for an incredible recovery drive because of that safety car, and come over in a very good P6.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Ackerman's done well to finish in the points there, but in stark contrast to his Aston Martin teammate Aiden Jackson, who didn't even finish at.
Yeah, Jackson's looked off the pace all weekend. His performance just isn't where it should be. You can see the odd error creeping in on track too.
Well, if you believe the rumours, the Aston Martin camp is not the happiest of places right now.
Yeah, and that can affect even the most experienced of drivers. I just hope Jackson gets his act together. He's a promising talent and he's much better than this.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
Today's race certainly had its ups and downs for you, Casper. Are you pleased with that performance?
Yeah, it wasn't easy today. I somehow kept finding myself in the wrong place at the wrong time, so really happy to salvage some points. The safety car gave me a good opportunity to turn things around. Pretty pleased overall, yeah.
Speaking of the safety car, Devin Butler has gone on record calling you lucky to get the result you did. Did luck come into it today?
I'm not going to comment on what Devin has to say, but safety cars change races. It's just one of those things that's going to help you on the day or not. Thankfully, it went our way today.
Teammate Aiden Jackson was forced to retire today. Would you say he's going through a bit of a rough patch?
I'm not here to talk about Aiden. You'll have to ask him about that.
Great. Well, that's everything.
There we go then, another great result for us and the team, basically. I definitely think that recovery drive was the best I could have done. There was no way I was catching Norris, he was just way too far away. But yeah, shame Aiden retired really, but after last race we can't really support him because we almost had a fight in the paddock, so Yeah, not ideal, but the news is just spreading that, you know, tension is high and our retirement obviously, but now we've got a call from Brian.
Brian?
Cass, are you busy?
Well, actually...
Look, I need you to come to the office. Can you pop by now?
Why? What's going on?
Nothing. Nothing. I'll tell you all about it when you get here.
Can't you just tell me now?
Thanks so much, Casper. Really appreciate it.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder what Brian wants. I guess we'll just quickly scroll through our Twitter feed and then I guess we'll go find out what he wants.
Casper.
What's going on?
We need to clear something up. Take a seat.
Clear what up?
Aiden thinks it's his fault that you're retiring.
I'm sorry, Casper. I do respect you. Quite a lot, in fact. And I don't want you to retire. I didn't mean the things that I said. And I want you to know that if you're retiring because of me, I'll...
Will you tell him? This anxiety, it's no good for his performance.
I'm not retiring because of you.
But everyone says...
I'm not retiring because of you. Can I go now?
No. You're going to give him 2 minutes of your time.
Well, Brian, what am I? His therapist?
2 minutes, Casper. That's all.
Everyone says...
Everyone's an idiot. Look, I'm not retiring because of you. I told Brian after Zandvoort. I'm sorry you found out the way you did.
It's tough.
Yeah, can be.
The press. Social media. I don't know. How do you deal with it all?
Listen. There's only a handful of us in the whole world who get to do what we do.
Yeah.
A handful. You deal with it by never forgetting how lucky you are to be here. Understand? Never forget.
Hey, Casper.
Yeah?
Do you ever forget?
Sometimes. Sometimes we all do.
Well, that's interesting then. It looks like there might be a bit of, well, apologies going on at Aston Martin, and maybe we could see them start to respect each other more and work as teammates together. But right now, I'll leave this video here. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like and subscribe. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.